Hi, everyone. Meteorologist Ed Valley here. Quick long range for you today. A benign weather pattern, but one that is turning more active and eventually colder as we head into the back half of November, we'll say. So, a couple sprinkles, South Dakota, Minnesota here today. The big story outside of that is going to be what's coming midweek. So, again, today, what's out there is what's out there, and it's going to dwindle throughout the day. It's very weak. It's actually, coincidentally enough, right under a weak area of high pressure. Um, and really into tomorrow, outside of a sprinkle along I-80 and I-70 here. You can see the afternoon, Illinois, Indiana, maybe a sprinkle or two or a shower. Uh, the real story is what's coming here midweek. So late Tuesday night, Wednesday gets active in the eastern plains, parts of the western Midwest. You see that here. Wednesday night, that moves through the Midwest into western Illinois. And then Thursday, it moves through the Ohio Valley with colder air moving on in behind it. Total precipitation between now and then looks like this. There is going to be a swath sometime Wednesday that's probably going to put down a half to 2 inches of rain in parts of Minnesota, Iowa, parts of northeast Kansas and southeastern Nebraska. You go out into the plains, it's a tenth to three quarters. You go out east, it's a tenth to three quarters, maybe up to 1 inch in some of this here. But again, the big story is going to be the colder air coming behind it and then the winds associated with this as well. It looks like generally 30 to 50 mile an hour gusts are pretty likely here with this storm system. And the timing on this looks like this. It looks like it's going to get pretty windy Wednesday in the plains. You can see that right here. And then as it moves eastward Wednesday night, it's going to be pretty breezy in the Midwest. And then the real wind happens on Thursday as this system wraps up. And you'll look at this thing up here and you'll see how tightly packed these isobars are. Those are lines of equal pressure. There's that storm system. And it's going to keep those isobars tight right into the day on Friday as well. So I would imagine here Friday is going to be windy. There it is. Yep. Friday is a very windy day as well. So just a nasty end of the week. And there may be even a bit of snowfall that happens here Friday on the backside, just a couple snow showers in parts of the upper Midwest and northeastern plains. Not a huge deal. A couple stray showers down to the south. You look at the amount of snow with this and, it's nothing to really get too excited over. But a coating to an inch or two in the Midwest, maybe a couple inches in the northeastern plains. We'll watch and see how that plays out here to end the week. But that's going to be the big story, the precipitation, the wind, and then possibly a little bit of backside snow. You look at the GFS model, you see the same idea with some of that very light snow Thursday night to Friday across parts of the upper Midwest. And again, you look at the amounts and it's nothing really to write home about. A coating to a couple inches. Maybe the closer you get to the international border, it's more substantial, but still, for the time of the year, first significant one of the season. Also to note here, strong winds, again, 30 to 50 mile an hour gusts should do it Wednesday night through Friday night as this system moves on through. Now, once this system is out of here, we do likely dry out behind it for the weekend. There's going to be a secondary little system that's going to bring more cold in this weekend that may bring a few rain or snow showers this weekend. But outside of that, it looks like the beginning of next week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and maybe even Wednesday, but most likely Tuesday are dry. And then again, towards day 10, midweek, around the 17th, we get another storm to form. So very up and down pattern, but again, the idea here that it's going to get colder sure seems legitimate here. So let's talk about temperatures. Today it's very warm, near 70 in the east, 50s north and west. 50s north for tomorrow, 70s south, and then Wednesday, same deal. But notice by Thursday that colder air moving into the northwestern belt, and that's going to drive in here for Friday. A windy, cold, snowy day in the upper Midwest and eastern plains. 30s for highs. Going to feel like teens and 20s, though, with that wind. You look at the apparent temperatures here for the day on Friday. Look at this. During the day, we have apparent temperatures, feels like temperatures in the teens and 20s. So this is legitimately cold coming up here. And you notice by Saturday, it's still chilly. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we're staying pretty darn chilly here in the northeastern part of the belt, and even towards day 10, the 18th, you see that cold lurking, and it should drive southward here in time. So, again, let's talk about that for a second, because I do find this absolutely fascinating, because you look at the situation here, as we head into the longer range. Day 7, big trough, but notice the high latitudes are kind of muddled. There's no high heights, the orange color. But watch what happens by day 10. See the high latitude blocking starting to blossom? And as I said, around day 10, the 18th, you see that cold lurking, remember? During that time, we may actually see a brief ridge in the east. You see this trough here. And then over the course of the following days, you see that cold drive south and eastward and kind of eradicate the ridge, right? So during this time, I can tell you that this is going to be a colder than normal pattern in the Midwest, plains, parts of the Ohio Valley, and it's going to continue to spread east as we head through the back half of November. Now, you notice the east is slightly warmer, the southwest is slightly warmer. That should make sense to you because in our 16 to 30 day outlook I put out here on Friday, you notice that's kind of the idea. The idea here is that it's going to be coldest in the plains and Midwest, tapering as one heads further south, east, and southwest, right? So that's really what we're seeing showing up here now in our forecast that, frankly, is the start of this period. Our period starts on the 20th, and we're seeing that start up here right around the 20th. So it is going to be something we need to watch. You notice the GFS and the Canadian, both pretty darn chilly. And when you look at precipitation during that time, you notice the northern tier is kind of wet. You notice the northern tier kind of wet here. And again, that's pretty much what we rolled with for our 16 to 30 day on Friday. So some coincidence maybe, but also definitely some trends in the way of our forecast thinking here as we get towards the end of November. So enjoy that warm weather while you got it, right? Going back to it, today's highs well into the 60s, if not into the 70s in some locations. But again, this is just about as warm as we're going to see it likely for the remainder of the month. And unless we get a storm system that brings up a brief warm day here or there, this could be the last widespread warmth we see for quite a while. So that's what we got for today. Colder changes coming, a pretty active week as well. More information in your local reports and the local videos. And we'll be back here with another long-range discussion tomorrow. Take care.